And we're live. Oh, wait, I don't know if we are. Now we are.
We're live?
We're live.
We can always cut it.
This is the real deal.
Okay, let's restart this real quick.
Nope, just do it.
Yeah, it's better like this. It's
I'll
casual.
Yep.
Go!
Whatever. I guess this is our intro piece.
All right, hey guys, this is Whacker from GG Gamer, and we're coming to you with our first podcast.
Yeah, first podcast.
GGcast. Again, this is Whacker. I'm going to send it around. Whoever wants to go, say your name.
All right, this is Omni.
Dozer.
Whoa, we had a double right there. So that was Dozer, and that was Smokey.
And this is Rat's Edge. What's up, gamers?
What's up, guys? All right, so we're going to talk about, obviously, the big news of the day, which is Xbox One. I'm going to throw out very first off that I think it's a terrible name for a console.
Ooh, terrible?
Did you want the Xbox 1080 or whatever?
Xbox One. This is the third.
They were showing an Infinity logo, and I thought that was a great name for it, so I was hoping Xbox Infinity. That's just me.
I was just talking about the same thing earlier. I said the exact same thing. Infinity would have been great, and then you could have done like the Infinity 1 and put the 1 right over the Infinity symbol, and then the Infinity 2. Like,
there's tons of options.
Yeah.
One of my main problems with the title is that when I talk about Xbox with my friends, a lot of times I call the original Xbox the Xbox One.
Right.
Which I understand why they call it the One, because the way he was leading up to it in the conference, he was saying the one that can do this, the one.
It's an all-in-one setup is what they're going for.
Yeah.
Computer to TV to handheld device. They want it all.
So what are you going to do for the next one, though? Is it not the one?
Oh,
is it the 2?
Maybe it's
the 2, the next.
2 or the 2.
Number.
Yeah, and what do you call the old one? Xbox Classic or
Xbox Original, I think is what a lot of people call it.
I usually personally refer to it as original Xbox. So
a lot of people do.
The one won't throw me off too bad, but Infinity sounds much better.
So yeah, first thoughts, Dozer. What are your first thoughts on it? On the conference as a whole.
The conference as a whole, I don't think they really got enough of the information across that they really could have. The show, I guess in a way, it just kind of needed more zazz, really. They didn't show a lot in gaming, which kind of disappointed me, focusing on TV shows and networking with home and family. I think, personally, it took away from the gamer aspect of it. And, the few things they did show that were game-related were fairly impressive. Some of the releases, the Call of Duty video looked great on there, but other than that, the overall show for the reveal, it wasn't all as impressive as I personally hoped it would be.
What about compared to the PS4 announcement?
The PS4 announcement was outstanding. Crowds were standing, fantastic. They were cheering. It was all really gamer geared. Record your games, check out this game, check out what we can do with particles in games, and they really just gave it every good aspect of that. And good. I don't know why Xbox took this cheaper route and split it up with revealing more at E3 later, wanting more build up and more wait time for it seems unnecessary.
It could work for them though, you know what I mean?
Well, my buddy mentioned to me, with only 19 or 16 days to go till E3, this is perfect timing for them to show right now their home theater, what they want to do with everything, and then they're going to just drop games on us like it's nothing.
Yeah. Which could be smart. I mean, you look at Nintendo with the Wii. Did Xbox take a note from that and say, okay, let's go a little more casual, a little more mass market with the original announcement? And then when we get to E3, we'll hone in, show off all the games, and do it right there.
Yeah.
But Nintendo was more of a thing where we knew what games we were going to get from them. It's just like we still do with every generation. So, I mean, there's nothing really fresh coming from Nintendo, in my opinion. But we're not really talking about them right now.
Well, surprise, Call of Duty.
As far as the physical design of the console, I think it looks fairly cheap from the reveal. I mean, the
Xbox One.
Yeah, the Xbox One. I think that the slot disc idea is personally better than the tray idea. Just people with kids, animals, things of that nature. It's easy to break a tray.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the Xbox One is slotted. I like that better.
Right. It kind of looks like a Comcast box.
It does. It's really simple. It almost looks like one of the Microsoft Windows Media Center boxes that you can get to just connect PC to TV. It looks very similar to one of those, which is obviously an aspect they're going for, connecting the whole home network together.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen already a lot of pictures that people are making with VCRs that just say Xbox on them.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a VCR to me. I think the design is like, especially coming after the newest black Xbox Slim, which I thought looked sexy as hell for a console.
Right.
I think this is just ugly. I don't like the checkerboard coloring.
Yeah.
And you guys are designers. I'm not. Like, I'm not like you guys do 3D and mess with art. I don't do that.
I would have liked to see it a little more advanced looking. You know what I mean? It's just so mundane.
A little more contour, at least.
I mean, I see what they're doing. It is the Xbox, but I mean, you don't have to literally just make it a box and no color on it. I mean, put some color in there. Green, your color is a great color, you know. And so
there's no green on it.
Right. Put some.
Notice that none.
Yeah.
Not even on the controller, really.
It's just like.
And I'm wondering what complexity they went with the overall physical design as far as being able to take it apart, do case mods and things like that. How secure did they make it? As far as getting to hardware.
I saw a picture of the rear of the system, and I saw a little button that looked like it was like, you know, like a switch where you could
like a release
move
button.
The top, like a release button. I saw it was to the right of the console. So I don't know. One more thing we can talk about is about the controller for the system, because it does sport a ton of changes. Some aren't so noticeable, and some are. I guess I can start with that. Apparently, the D-pad is much nicer, and they're saying an odd word I would use, but they're saying it's clickier. So maybe that's good.
That's good.
Maybe that's good. There's a view button instead of the back button, or they're calling it the view button. And it could pull up your inventory or maps and RPGs and stuff like that, or your leaderboard in an FPS. So really no difference there. They're calling the face buttons triple shots. Makes them apparently look snazzier and require less force to use. There is vibration motors in the triggers as well. They're calling them impulse triggers, and apparently it's cool as hell. I haven't seen the video on it. I believe Kotaku has one up, but apparently that's a really cool thing.
Interactive for things like gun recoil and stuff would be interesting.
Love that, man. I love that. Feeling that response from your gun would just be that much more, put you that much more in it, you know?
It could be. A lot of games I turn off the vibration. I don't really care for it. I guess it's just up to the person, but apparently, you know, since the Rumble Pack, people love it. It has a high-speed data port on it, which is expected. They're calling it a less obtrusive battery compartment. It looks like it is, of the flat little box on the back of the controller, and it is running AA batteries. So that's that. They're also saying the control sticks take less effort to move. What else do I got? And they're saying they have smaller control sticks with a tighter dead zone. So cool. Could be better for shooters.
That sounds awesome. I've always liked the Xbox controller for shooters.
Yeah, it's a superior controller. Yeah.
I wonder though. It looks like the controller is taller. A couple other likers on the Facebook also pointed it out. It looks like it has stubbier grips.
Yeah, like the downwards, the pieces that come down.
Yeah, where you're really just where your palms sit on the control. It looks shorter than the previous model, and it looks taller on the top of the controller, where it's got that extra like glossier section leading up to the triggers.
I do have a comparison picture up, and it looks like the 360 one is a little bit longer. They have the tops basically next to each other compared. So it looks like it's maybe a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch longer, whereas the grips are. So that's one thing about it.
I'm down for that. I have big hands as a gamer.
Right.
Overall, sounds really good though. I mean, I like the clicky feel. Like I use a mechanical keyboard, so I mean it's very clicky.
That's for the D-pad though. That's for the D-pad.
Right. And then the smoother sticks though. I mean it just all around sounds, I don't know, kind of nice.
Yeah,
one thing it's going to be how it plays, right? Yeah. Until we get our hands on it, we don't know for sure.
Nothing. Yeah, it's just like the PS4 one. Really excited about that controller. It's bigger, and I have a little bit bigger hands too, even though I'm pretty short. And right now the PS3 controller is just a little too small. I use the balls of my thumbs on my triggers, and they touch each other during shooters, so I miss a lot, and it's really annoying. But yeah, so that's that. Let's go on to basically comparing the. No. We have one more thing to talk about the Xbox One, which is pretty big deal. Basically, if you get a game, you purchase a game outright, it's yours, obviously. You must be online to install the game. So basically, you also must install the game, where you had a choice, I believe, with most games for 360. You guys could correct me since I don't own one right now. Okay, no one corrected me.
Play straight from disc.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can install it, but you still have to have the disc in to play it.
You have the option. A lot of PS3 games you don't, so that's why I'm wondering on PS3 only right now.
Some of them have started doing it to where you have to install the HD content.
Yeah, like Battlefield 3, that one.
Halo.
It's quite a file size for the HD content on Battlefield also.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
That's what I'm curious about is the storage space. I noticed that Xbox says 500 gigs, but they don't say that it's completely hardwired in there. There's probably room for expansion with the Xbox.
How big was that Battlefield HD?
I believe that single file was somewhere around 1.3, 1.5 gigs, if not a little more. But overall, Battlefield is an intense game just for updates and I've probably got close to 7 gigs in Battlefield on my hard drive right now.
I download a lot of full games for the PS4, so I can tell you most games run from 7 to 12 gigs. So if you're one of the rich guys or something, you're going to be buying a lot of games. That 500 gig hard drive it's just not big enough. It should be at least a terabyte.
Yeah, I'm hoping as far as maybe they'll do better with external storage this time, because on the current Xbox, you're only allowed to format and use up to like 15 gigs of like flash drive space for Xbox storage. And I'm hoping with them switching over to USB 3.0, they'll give us a lot more space to format, say, maybe a 250 gig external for more Xbox space.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of buying Microsoft's proprietary hard drive. They'll probably drop a terabyte for this one. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I hope there's at least the option. We should have options for what we're going to pay money for. So the one of the bigger points about that came out after the conference, I believe, is that when you buy a new game, you're going to have to install it. You must be online. This is kind of bad news for a lot of people in the Midwest or wherever they are. If you look at the stats for just internet in general, I believe it's well over 50% of people still do not have broadband and are on dial-up. And that's a big number, so that shuts down a lot of your base, a lot of your fan base. I could be wrong, but there could be those kids out there that are saving up for their big console purchase to play with friends and stuff. And if they have to go online to install a game, it could take, 14 hours on dial-up? I don't know. That's awful.
I'll play with you guys next week.
Yeah, another thing, they originally announced that there's going to be a fee to let your friend, if you want to let your friend borrow it, he'd have to go online with it and pay a fee. Well, it turns out what they meant by fee is he's going to have to pay whatever the retail price is for that game. I think that's
absolutely
absurd.
Wow.
Absurd. In a way, he's paying for a copy of the game as long as you both have it. And if I pay $60 today and then give it to you tomorrow, and technically you should pay the game company $60 as well. Otherwise, it's almost piracy. But
I agree with that.
There's fine lines here that just make it really awkward.
But man, what about the last few decades where we've just let your buddy borrow a game, because they don't have the money.
Yep.
I know we've been doing it since Atari days.
Right?
If you had Asteroids and I had Pitfall, we're gonna switch.
We're gonna switch.
Exactly.
This is a whole nother conversation, though, too, because look at what game companies have been doing over the years. More and more, there's no split-screen co-op. There's no couch co-op anymore.
True.
Everyone has to own their own copy to play online together, and that's just kind of the way they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely agree with that.
Digital downloads.
They want to get in on the profit they see the resale market doing. Companies like GameStops, Game Forces, whatever company it may be, and they're reaping profit after profit off of literally the same exact disc.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're doing.
If we all frequent the same local GameStop and we all buy the same game that the other one just traded in, essentially they're just going to they could make thousands of dollars off of a single disc, and the game companies
companies have been upset about that for years. So this could be Microsoft's way of kind of giving a little nudge to the, the arms of game companies, and saying, here.
In a way, I think the companies are in a way wrong for it, because just the simple aspect that they're buying so many copies from the developers prior to release. They're the ones selling pre-order cards and letting you pay every payday. I want to drop another $20 on my pre-order I got there. They're the ones helping to assist these companies in making the initial money in the first place. And so it goes both ways. They both seem greedy in each aspect.
Bottom line, this is going to hurt GameStop.
Absolutely.
And especially indie game companies or stores, which I love. Most of us here from Colorado, we have some great independent stores.
Absolutely. I don't want to see those get hurt.
And it's hard to see those go away, because I used to manage one that went away.
Where else am I going to get Nintendo games?
Exactly.
I don't prefer to do it online. Yeah, the internet is just so impersonal. I like to shake hands and meet the people that work with Nintendo products all day and love selling Sega games and want to talk about Vector Man for 5 minutes. They're going to take that away from us.
It's true. Red Sedge, I want to hear what you have to say about the cloud system and what you know about it on PS or
on everything.
Xbox One.
Well, everything's basically going that way, right? And
yeah,
I'm personally happy with it. I love the idea of having everything outside of my own. My hard drive goes away. Right now, I'm screwed, unless I have it backed up elsewhere.
Right.
So I'm fine with that. In the end, it's going to come down to service, right? What are these service fees going to be? What kind of subscriptions do you need to have all this stuff be completely cloud? And with these consoles, they're not going to be that way right now, right? They're not going to be completely cloud. You still have your discs, you still have your installation. But, 2 or 3 generations down the road, it's going to be 100% cloud. And I'm excited about it, partly because PCs are going to go that way too. You're not going to need a physical tower anymore. It's going to be a service. And that'll be great, because then gamers can part out their RAM and have as much as they need during their gameplay sessions. And then when your computer's off, your service fee goes down. So I think it'll be great. Just personally, I know a lot of people, they like having the physical stuff. They like having their own copies of things. They like collecting it. So, it's going to be personal preference, I think.
Yeah, they're definitely transitioning. You can see with what they're doing that, I think even next gen they could end up, or maybe even late this next gen that's coming out, they could end up fully cloud if they wanted to. They're setting up to do that for sure.
Yeah, instead of an Xbox One Slim, you have an Xbox One cloud version, digital version.
Right. Yeah.
I would really like to see a lot of this cloud stuff lead us into the direction of cross-platform play too, just to kind of squash a lot of the war with gaming.
Yeah.
Which I think they're leaning towards too. You look at games like Destiny, where they're trying to go MMO shooter, and right now it's confirmed for what? PlayStation. We don't know about Xbox. You would think they would go for all consoles and PC too.
We're also doing that with Dust 514, right? For EVE Online.
Yeah, right,
yeah, EVE did that.
Yeah. It's on PS3. I played the beta for that, and it was garbage on PS3. Sorry.
I've heard it's still a pretty simple, basic system, the way the cross-platforming works. It's not fully interactive to, I can't shoot PC guys on it. But
yeah, and that's hard right now just because servers. How do you cross your servers like that until they have conglomerate?
They're still figuring it out, and their initial plan was to do it for a ton of games, and the last I remember is Counter-Strike Go. They really wanted to do it, and ended up just canceling it, and that's what's happening every single time.
Right. I remember Xbox talking about a lot of connectivity between Xbox players and PC players for a long time now. And
Well,
basically
yeah,
it's just
Microsoft, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got live. So when you're on live or Windows Live, you can see your friends playing on Xbox and whatnot, but they haven't fully transitioned, like Dozer was saying, into actual gameplay and interactivity. You know, it's just seeing each other online and sending messages between the two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Through live.
One thing we sort of touched on was the console itself. This is going to be Kinect big time. They're really pushing it so far as to they're giving it to you in the console. I don't like the fact that, again, I still think it's ugly, but I also think it's bigger. And even though the camera's all the way to the left, I want to know what's in that damn box. So if I buy one, I'm going to open that up as soon as possible because I don't see what kind of hardware they could be shoving.
Voided warranty.
Yeah, voided warranty. Screw it. I mean, I might wait like 3 months to see if this thing whatever.
And it is an awfully long square for one camera to the left.
It might seem like that. I did see a comparison. It's I don't know if you've seen the Mac Air, but it's about 13 inches long. And that's the size of the Xbox itself. They were about even. I can't tell you how long it was, height-wise or, length. But it seemed it's going to be about 13 by probably 11 or so. And then it looks like at least a couple inches high and maybe even boosted. And I think it's boosted for airflow, correct?
Yeah, is that thing heating up?
Yeah, so I think that's why they're doing that.
I'm sure airflow is a big issue with the more, they're putting more powerful stuff in this thing.
Well, they
8 gigs of RAM running all the time. We know nothing of video card yet.
Yeah, that's one thing we do know a lot of the specs are similar to PS4. What is it? They got the 8-core processor. We know what kind it is for the PS4. We don't for the Xbox, Xbox One. But it's going to have an 8-core processor, 8 gigabytes RAM. Someone, if you guys, when we post this, if you want to correct us, we don't know if it's going to be DDR5 or not, but that is confirmed for PS4. What else are the specs here? 500 gigabyte hard drive. That's what they've told us so far. This does have a Blu-ray player. It is a Blu-ray drive, so for anyone that's worried about that, they were able to do it.
Sony allowed it.
Yeah, 802.11n wireless with Wi-Fi Direct. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Maybe one you could tell me. HDMI port, of course. I'd like to see, what are they? DVR? What's it called? DVI?
Yeah.
DVI input.
I'd like to see that on some of these because it's better quality in my opinion in some ways or another. Everyone could fight about that. And it's going to have USB 3.0 ports on the back, of course. So two USB ports is what I see. So those are the specs. They're pretty darn similar to what PS4 has shown thus far.
One thing that you brought to the attention of everybody there that I noticed right off the bat when comparing the specs is the video output. PlayStation 4 specifies that they're going to have HDMI out, standard AV, and digital out. And the new Xbox only says so far HDMI out. So are they going to put people out of this market who do not have HD TVs?
Right.
Are they going to phase out the old graphic capabilities altogether? Is RCA literally going to be a thing of the past now?
Which it probably should be. I remember when I first got my original 360 and trying to play, was the zombie game? No, come on.
Left 4 Dead?
No. Way before.
The original 360?
Yes, come on, guys. People are going to be laughing at us.
Zombie game.
Look at comments galore. You guys
there's just hundreds of zombies, and you have a freaking lawnmower and chainsaw and motorcycle.
You're the guy that's also in Marvel vs. Capcom.
The guy is from Colorado in the game. Come on, guys.
Dude, that game. You go around slaying tons of zombies.
Let's just let people make fun of us and laugh while this
Absolutely.
I'll think. I'm an
It'll hit one of us in a minute.
Okay. Dead Rising?
Dead Rising. There you go.
All right.
Good for
Problem
Omni.
solved.
Got it.
Nailed it.
Stuck it.
Okay, Smokey, you're a little quiet over there. Are you around with us?
I think he disconnected, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Did disconnect. Okay. I want to hear your guys' opinions on the games that we were shown.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. The games.
That's such a controversy to bring up with the fact that the main game they really focused on and told us anything about is a Call of Duty title.
Right.
I mean,
Well, they're going to hit
so
the big
many.
games, right?
There's so many in the world that are just absolutely tired of the franchise. They want to see it die and go away. It's referred to as a cookie cutter shooter at this point. But on a personal level, I mean, I have played every Call of Duty. I still currently play Black Ops here and there along with my other shooters. I play them all. But I think Ghost, they're really trying to bring out the single player, it looked like. I mean, they didn't really specify any multiplayer stuff at all during the reveal, but the single player, they have a lot of focus on it. I mean, they're bringing in a writer from a big time movie and to add that extra element of drama and realism, really trying to get us to connect to the characters this time, which I personally don't think they've done in a while since, Soap and Captain Price.
Right.
But
I think that's kind of cool.
Some of the new elements are going to give it that better edge, like the ability to slide and shoot at the same time as opposed to the dive, some of the things I've pointed out earlier today to many other gamers. And the jump over is going to be better instead of the clunky, I got to use two hands to climb up on the block and kind of hop over. No, we're going to put some speed in that.
Right.
But there's still a lot of range they can let us know about. I'm hoping they solve issues with running. I don't like my soldier makes it, maybe 40, 50 feet conditioning on and then stops like he's out of breath and tired on it. I know people that smoke cigarettes in real life, they can run way farther. So let's work on that a little bit, but there's still a lot more for them to reveal, and I think right now it looks like it's going in a good direction because I do play the single player modes in all the Call of Duties. Yeah. I've ran through every one of them on Veteran. I got to see what they're made of. I mean, to me, that's 60% of the game. If it's got a bad campaign, I don't see what toys I used in the campaign that I'm going to enjoy using in multiplayer.
Right.
So that's kind of a throw off. But all in all, it looks really good. The environment interaction, similar to what, Battlefield and DICE have been able to create over the last couple gens of Battlefield games. I think Call of Duty needs to head that way, period, whether Battlefield or anyone else has done it or not.
Right. So let's what about Killzone 4 compared to?
Wow.
Yeah, what are you more excited for right now?
Right.
Right now, Killzone 4 looked absolutely ridiculous during that PS4 reveal like that. Yeah, that was intense.
That's all I wanted to hear.
I think it looked cool. I have disliked every Killzone I've played, even though I tried to like them. I thought Liberation on PSP was pretty cool. But the clunky formatting of the controllers, I don't know if anyone agrees with this. I don't care.
Yeah, I will admit.
I did not enjoy the games.
Okay. I mean, I can definitely see why you didn't, but I guess the uniqueness and kind of the style kind of did it for me.
I think it's a different feel, just really, the way they handle. It's kind of a different mentality.
Is it because they're trying to get you to feel that of these super soldiers wearing these massive body armor things? Is that what they're trying to do?
You would think so, because in this day and age, I mean, they could make the controls as tight as they wanted to.
I mean, I guess I just prefer the Twitch shooter.
Yeah.
These are just, I mean, they really felt so clunky to me, but so many people love the Killzone franchise, so...
And honestly, I think this one looked sped up to me. I mean, that might not be the case. I mean, you can't really tell that much through what they showed, but to me, it kind of looked faster and a little more Twitch to me. It looked faster paced, yeah. Yeah, so... I don't know. And obviously it was beautiful as shit. So beautiful as shit, that's kind of an oxymoron, but it works.
No, it totally works.
They polished it to a shame.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, for comparison purposes, just the futuristic look of that trailer, that whole scene of just shooting and destruction, the genuine gameplay.
The polys.
Something about it, I mean, it just screamed real to me. It reminded me of certain levels from other games I've played. It really almost had sort of a sort of a halo to it without that halo, you know?
Yeah, okay, here's something I want to bring up while we're on this, because I want to see what you guys say about this. Do you remember back when, let's see, what the hell was that? When the PS2, PS3 was about to launch, and it was about this same time era, you know, like a couple, like months before or whatever, and the PS3 was about to launch, and they were showing a bunch of Killzone 3 stuff, I think is what it would have been, or 2.
The stuff that was fake.
The stuff that was fake that didn't. They were like, this is in game, and it looked amazing. Like I'd be surprised.
We were blown away.
Blown away. I'd be happy if the PS4 graphics looked like that demo did.
No kidding.
I think maybe the internet wasn't as big enough or as large as it is now with the gaming communities and stuff like that. I think there would have been a much bigger backlash for what they did with that.
Because it ended up being pre-rendered, right?
Everyone. Yeah, it was a straight up lie. Them saying this is gameplay footage. This is what the game looks like.
I can't.
And then so many people bought it, and it looked like crap compared to that.
And see, that's a good point you brought up, saying that like the internet presence wasn't like as large, you know, with the community. Because I remember sitting at home by myself with really nobody to talk to. Like, can you believe that shit? Like,
look at that.
I was pissed. And then when it didn't happen, I was like, what is this? When I saw the gameplay. So let's hope that, like, what if that happens with the new Killzone? We're all like, oh my god, and then it comes out and it's like...
so far they're not really saying anything, if you haven't noticed. Some of them are saying this is gameplay footage, but you haven't really heard that too much. And some are just saying, here's our game. And they're not really, they're not talking about it.
That Killzone did look in-game, sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to say. I mean, because it showed a character walking from that first-person view, or was it third-person?
True, it was first.
But it did show first.
Yeah, and he'd walk up. I mean, he was watching enemy fire come upon him. Like his team of AI drones was doing things. I mean, it looked genuine. Like he was looking around and like showing us, like, hey, like I'm in game. Check this shit out.
I want to say during the PS4 conference, they might even had a guy with a controller standing on the corner of the stage.
They did.
I believe so, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. Okay.
That'd be really hilarious if it was faked and they just had him up there.
Right.
No, they could too. They could totally do that.
He's playing PS4 Killzone 4 through the art of mime.
There's a lot of news going around today from the Xbox One conference that when the guy was talking basically all the TV stuff, that there was a delay behind it, and he definitely wasn't doing it. So he wasn't expanding the screens and saying, doing the voice commands. They're saying there was someone hitting buttons, whatever they needed to do to change that around. Can't, that's not 100%. We don't know. It's just a lot of.
And how much leeway do you give them? I mean, it is a demo, right? It's not like they're saying this is exactly it. They're
it's
just
also a demo for some TV stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but when we're gonna go into a quick comparison of the PS4, Xbox conferences here in a second. But when you show me a conference of something I'm really excited about, they even pushed this back an extra month. It was supposed to be on April 26th, I believe, was the original date.
I think so.
Correct me on that.
That sounds
right. Yeah. But when I'm most excited about the fantasy football aspect, interacting like with ESPN or the TV, when that's the most exciting thing for me, you did not show me a good conference for a gamer. I understand they might be going through the home. They're trying to get the home, internet, whatever going, or home internet. What am I talking about? Home theater.
My home.
Home all in
home
one.
Internet, that's real?
I'm
at the airport right now.
I feel like that was poor. It was a poor showing for me. I give them a 3 out of 10. They better drop some bombs on us with all those exclusives they're promising for E3. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, they will.
I want some new IPs too. I mean, we got a couple like Quantum, whatever it is, Break.
Dude,
Quantum Break.
Watch these 15 franchises.
I'm sorry, I didn't think that game looked good. Even though we barely got to see any of it.
Right. That's kind of my issue. Like, you tell me something Quantum Break and start hinting at all this like time travel type stuff, I become immediately interested. And then they just left me hanging off of this cliff by my pink. Okay, a boat crashed into a bridge, and it looked incredible. The animation was epic.
Did look good.
It looked amazing. Other than that, you didn't tell me shit.
They meant to, dude. That I think that this is like a whole marketing thing, man. They're trying to just create more hype and then really just hit it hard.
And they did with that. I have to know more. I got to dig into this Quantum Break. I want to know how I can bend time, change the world. Can I change my path in the game? How many endings can I have? Like, I'm exploding with this.
Right, and
is that even what it's going to be, or is it going to be, because half of it was live action, is it going to be a tie-in with the show, like what was it, the Defiance that just came out?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was my question.
Right.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about the live action, too.
So, I mean, Sony kind of did the same thing, though, with Infamous. I don't remember what the subtitle is.
Black Suns or Two Suns?
New Sun, Second Sun.
Second Sun.
Second Sun. They did the same thing. We didn't really see gameplay or anything. They actually did less. And I was still like, woo! You know, it's great. So you never know.
Yeah, but so I think the strategy is, I've just been pondering this as we've been talking, is like PS4 had the hype there for a while, you know, with their conference, and they still kind of do. I mean, they're like Watch Dogs this, and what was that racing game? I mean, they had a lot of things that got people's interest.
Yeah,
is my point. And they, you know, so they grabbed everybody's attention, and I think Microsoft or Xbox, what they're doing is they're kind of just easing into it a little bit, and then when they drop all the next set of information, technically they'll be ahead in hype. You know what I'm saying? If they do it right.
Yeah.
I just worry about them building up so much negative publicity today with this whole resale business. And
well, I don't know if you heard. I know, some, the word and stocks don't really matter, but I believe Sony's stock went up 9% right after the Xbox conference.
Which
really,
financially speaking, I mean that's already a devastating start to Xbox economically. Like, these things haven't even released yet, and now Sony's already making more money just because Xbox kind of failed with a more hyped up version of this today.
But we can't say they really failed when they've got this big one coming. Right.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like in half the internet's opinion right now.
Right.
It could be pure strategy that they pushed the extra month because we thought it was going to be in April, and then they were like, no, May 21st.
Right.
It could be pure strategy to get it out right before E3, so we know it's around. We kind of know what it can do a little bit, and then they're just going to drop games all over us, and I hope that's what they do.
Yeah, that would be
maybe that'll
smart.
be what their press conference is more about. It's just the games instead of the tech.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then be fresh in everybody's minds.
What do you guys think of the Halo TV show? I gotta ask.
I honestly,
I know Omni's a huge Halo fan. I'm a huge Halo fan.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I kind of like Halo.
Whacker is not a huge Halo fan.
I love Halo.
I
love Halo. Oh.
I did like Forward Unto Dawn, so I might YouTube the TV show, so they can try and stop me from pirating whatever they want, but I'll still watch it. I don't need to.
Yeah, that was my immediate question. With the whole cable hookup aspect through it, is this TV series going to only be exclusive to people on Xbox?
That's pretty much what she said. Yeah, they said there's multiple companies working on stuff just for Xbox.
And it
just
sounds
they're doing for Netflix with House of Cards, and
it sounds like for this to get YouTube play, I'm gonna have to cam vid it on my cell phone or with my camcorder, and you guys are gonna have to watch it like China posted it on torrents.
Right.
However, it has to happen.
Well, does that mean that Xbox is going to have their own TV channel or like a service or what?
Yeah, that's essentially what they're saying.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded like. I think that's what they're saying. I honestly, really, at that point in the show, I was not paying that much attention to it and surfing the net.
And I'm wondering, and if they're going to talk about all this exclusive Xbox TV, I mean, that's still a fairly vague statement this day and age. That doesn't necessarily just mean cable TV, popular TV shows, and commercials out the ass. I mean, maybe this could open up a new door to fill in a gap that G4 left in a lot of people. Maybe they'll have more Xbox-related TV shows that are talking about new gaming. I mean, even if it's specifically Xbox, that's not going to matter. I mean, PlayStation has its ways of, promoting and doing videos for all its stuff as well. But we could gain whole TV shows out of Xbox for this.
I mean, it would be great to see something like, Attack of the Show or X-Play come back, and become almost instead of a web series, do something directly for Xbox. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, even if you don't even aim at those, I mean, go with something similar. Find a good cast of some humorous gamers.
Yeah.
Couple pretty faces like they tend to do.
I just want to see that Kevin Pereira back, damn it, because I like that guy.
Right?
I think he is a cool guy that knows his stuff for the most part, and he is fun to listen to, and he's very funny.
Yeah, and they absolutely know what they're doing with eye candy on those shows.
Totally. So let's move on real quick and transfer directly over to PS4. Let's talk PS4. What your thoughts, feelings? Okay, that's gonna be multi-platform, but they nailed it by showing us a killer trailer.
Yeah,
I was ridiculously jealous during that trailer too, because I happened to follow Pixel from the Frag Dolls on Facebook, and she was the one playing that goddamn demo during that PlayStation demonstration. If you look at the gamer tag of the character playing, it was Pixel FD. From the Frag Dolls. I was so jealous of her. Like, you already got to play it?
That's pretty cool that they actually had someone playing it, though, and this game is really running in a good forward momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're working on it fast, and I don't know how they've been.
Nobody possibly played that game through the art of mime. Yet again, someone actually really played that. She's real. I've seen her.
So we had
plays games.
So we had Watch Dogs. We had Killzone.
Killzone.
We already talked about Killzone.
Infamous, we already talked about.
Yeah,
even
what was the
untitled footage they showed on there, the scene of like the earthquake, the avalanche, the ground breaking open, just the whole particle system and everything. My God, that was gorgeous.
And the fact that they were showing all this beautiful looking stuff, and you could move the camera around.
Yeah. What was the racing
So it
game?
wasn't just rendering what you could see. Did it really have a name? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was called like it was called like Club Drive or Drivers Club or something. Drivers Club.
Drivers Club, I think that sounds about right. Honestly,
very informed on this podcast. We can't tell. But that looked really cool, and I don't like racers. I'm not saying it's going to get me into it, but it looks cool.
And I hate to backtrack to the Xbox one more time, but Forza 5 did look pretty clean in that reveal too. At least the environment-wise.
Forza always seems to look clean. It just does. It's always been.
Those environments were saucy.
And they're good games too, from racing fans that I know that love them. Shout out to buddy Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, son.
So yeah, PS4. We can talk about the games a little bit. I don't know what else there was. There was that one.
Where you
what was that?
All the stuff into you.
Yeah.
You're like
what was that
trash
called?
guy, like orb guy.
Yeah, it was like a new modern Katamari.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it's like. It started with a C. Again, guys, we're really sorry about this. We don't know the titles right now. We should have pulled them. This is a drive run here. We're just going for it tonight.
It was Drive Club, Watch Dogs, Infamous, Second Son. Got a list of the releases up.
Keep going.
So
you didn't
cut
get
this crap.
what I was talking about.
Crash Bandit.
Doing Dozer.
I'm looking for it. A little bit about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's definitely one that's going to be launching for it. Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting a little sick of the Assassin's Creed.
Does anybody care about Assassin's
Creed? There needs to be more ladders in Assassin's Creed.
PS4 announced the game Knack. That was the game where you pull all the stuff into you. The more kid-based looking game, it was Knack.
It doesn't look kid. Hey, don't. Hey.
It did look slightly more kid to me, but it did look incredibly fun, though. I'll never.
I'm gonna have to go with Bill on this one.
I mean, it was reminiscent graphics-wise to me of like Crash Bandicoot or
Blinks.
Banjo-Kazooie or something like that.
I'm deleting you guys off my friend.
I didn't say I wouldn't play it. I'm just.
The game looks intensely fun and very pleasing, but. I think it's something that my son would probably shit a brick over it. He'd have fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And you might want to start feeding him something else.
Good old Smokey.
Yeah.
We, I believe wasn't there one more bigger title announced, or is that it?
Didn't they show?
That's all I'm pulling up on this list here for.
Okay, then that might be it.
No. It's that. Okay, that's it. Never mind. I'm going insane.
Okay. One more thing about another thing about the PS4. That I thought was one of the coolest things was direct streaming to Ustream.
Yes.
That's huge. If Ustream and them can pull this off, I don't know how much server space or whatever they're going to need, or if we might even have to pay for it. We don't know that yet. But I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Being able to record all of your gameplay, that's like, I mean, people like us are springing up all over. I mean, gaming podcasts are a huge thing. Gaming videos, let's play videos, fail videos. I mean, everyone wants to record everything they do in games now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the king of fail videos. Dude,
how good I am comes out.
Dude, can you imagine?
Again.
Yeah, I want to see the YouTube stats. After the first day of the PS4's launch, any shooters out there at all that have a crouch feature, I bet you teabag videos out the ass. It's going to Killzone 4 teabag videos, 1.5 hours long.
And that's another thing. We don't know if there's going to be limits on that, what the limits are going to be. One of the super cool things that kind of relates to that a little bit is the fact that Sony announced that you will be able to drop into your friend's game and actually play their game for them. So say they get stuck on a part, instead of just trying to explain to your moron friend what to do, and since they're too stupid to look up a walkthrough,
I was born with 8 thumbs,
which they have tons of video walkthroughs now, by the way. Instead of doing all that, so they could just hop in and do it for you. I think that's a cool idea.
I do too.
Especially maybe for kids, dads that are away from their sons or whatever, and their son calls up like, awesome. Dad, I can't beat this part, and Dad just hops in, takes care of it,
fails.
I believe they said
definitely.
Sorry, son.
Recording.
That's certainly an awesome point. And you're going to find a dad out there, I might be that dad. I might record me jumping in to help my son get that part. And, you might just hear me talking a little smack to him. Who knows? little father to son motivation. Come on, boy, this ain't shit.
Do a Lego game or something like that. You never know.
That'd be awesome. Being able to hop in and out of those just as a second player. I mean,
I know it's small. Even as a second player, that's kind of a moot point because we have multiplayer already. So
yeah, I would like to see an easier drop-in function for more single-player based games like Lego games and stuff. I mean, I don't even know of one that has multiplayer. Why?
What? Don't they all have multiplayer? All the Lego games?
Yeah.
I haven't done any multiplayer on any of them I've played.
Yeah, you have, man.
I played Harry Potter with my girlfriend to try and convince her, or my ex, this is probably why she broke up with me, because of the gaming, try and convince her to get into console gaming and stop playing frickin' Farmville and all that other crap.
Farmville to Lego isn't much of a transition, but...
Although I will say there's a game called The Simpsons Tapped Out, and it is fantastic. You should try it.
Oh, no, I usually drop into the Lego games while my son's playing them.
You used to play that, was it the Batman one? Remember when we were down in Denver, we had your son with us? Yeah.
No, we didn't play it. We played it multiplayer on my console. I'm talking about playing it like Whacker at his house and me at home.
I got you.
2-player, like over the net. Yeah, there's no.
I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. Yeah, I've never run the Lego game. I don't know.
Sometimes us guys at GG don't listen to each other either.
No.
Well, we didn't really know what you were talking about.
I don't ever listen to
the better.
Well, yeah, I was just speaking on the fatherly aspect. I mean, if I'm out of town on some kind of vacation or something and have access to that game, I'd still like to multiplayer kid games with my son from far away. And it sounds like PS4 is going to give you a lot more of that ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smokey, you still with us?
Yep.
I want to hear your thoughts on the PS4 as a whole. What do you think?
I thought they had a better conference. I'm not really sure which one I'm more excited about, though. Because the Xbox, I thought was still cool, even regardless of all the other bad things that I've heard. But I don't know, man. The PlayStation being able to just record and jump in and out of people's games on the fly—that's a big deal.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I think the share button is just like awesome.
Yeah, a really cool idea.
I don't know if the Xbox is gonna have that or not. I've heard rumors that it will, but I mean, there's just rumors.
Yeah,
that's complete rumor at this point. We don't know much of anything when it comes to that stuff. They didn't talk about it today. They decided to talk about television.
Yeah.
I'm insanely curious about the PS4 console. Has everybody here seen that blurry little reveal
blur trailer where they're like, this could be ugly.
Look at this, a blurry box. It turns out that's what it looks like in real life. It's blurry like Sasquatch and Nessie. It's actually blurry sitting on your shelf with your own two eyes.
It bows light around it.
I guess I just talk at it. I don't know.
I think the controller looks more comfortable and better. I think the console will at least be sexier than the ugly checker box frickin' Xbox One.
It's got to at least be smaller.
And it looks from those pictures a little bit smaller.
It almost looked like a Wii standing up, only no angle at the top. I just saw like a square standing up. That could have been anything. Router? Yeah, that could have been anything.
A Linksys router.
That was a Netgear router.
Yeah, exactly.
That could have been me propping up my mouse pad with sticks.
Oh, man. I hope that's what they make it look like. A mouse pad propped up by sticks.
Some guy made that in Photoshop. He made a black square and put a 50% blur on it and was like, there you go, PS4.
In the end, is anyone going to aesthetically purchase a $500 or $600 system?
If it looks like a blur in real life, yes.
Well, I'm buying that.
If it looks like a blur.
It looks like a blur, yeah. But I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. No. That's really expensive.
You're gonna buy it for its merits.
I almost think you should wait a little bit, because if you're going to spend that kind of money, give it like maybe 3 to 6 months tops, and they're going to release some really cool painted light up version for some exclusive game release anyway. So,
gonna buy it because that's what you do.
Wait for the Destiny bundle.
Yeah,
well,
Destiny.
I'm just gonna wait in Best Buy's docking bay when it ships.
Since it's at Best Buy, there was a bit of news. I don't know if you guys heard this about Best Buy. But I believe during E3, they're going to have the games playable that they're showing at E3. And this is Nintendo. They're going to have their games playable at Best Buys. I don't know if it's just in California, but you're going to be able to play playable demos that they're playing at E3 at a Best Buy. So I think it's a cool idea. Very smart on Nintendo's part.
That gives me ideas.
Right.
But especially since Nintendo is definitely saying they're not doing a press conference. This is cool. They're focusing on games for once. It sounds like.
Great.
One of the rare
games.
One of the rare things that we don't get much from Nintendo.
They need it though after the Wii U initial.
Can we talk about Grand Theft Auto 5?
We can talk about GTA 5. I think that's warranted.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, right?
For anything. Dude, if they could figure out a way to play that through my 64, I'd throw down. I wouldn't care.
Dude, I want it so bad.
But like some of the screenshots I've seen, are one thing. Like those are stills. Like today, I got to see HD animation of what it looked like underwater on like Ghost, and just what things are capable of. The underwater scenes in GTA are gonna like probably blow that away tenfold from the look of the screenshots. The underwater environments, the mass of the city, the hugeness of the game, more human interaction.
So let's just hope they optimize it maybe a little better than GTA 4.
Right.
Absolutely. I want GTA 5. I want to smell the PS4's processor while I play.
And Dozer and Red Sedge, we've played a lot of GTA together.
Yeah.
Ballad of Gay
I hope
Tony.
they focus on that, more multiplayer content, not just run around the city, but missions, there's so many places I could go with it.
Right. And see, for a person like me, I'm really biased towards the Grand Theft Auto series because, pretty much all of us do 3D and whatnot, and for some reason, like, when I get a big environment, I'm just like an explorer, like Skyrim or anything sandbox. I'm just like, I find myself just like off in a corner of a cave looking up at like a stalactite watching the water drip. And I'm like miles away from my quest.
This is awesome gameplay.
My team is out there dying, no fucks given.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I just want to go around. I want to log in with all you guys and just go around and explore. I probably won't even do a mission for the first week of owning it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just want to go around and do insane stuff, dude. I want to jump off bridges. I want to
Well,
hijack.
it seems like there's so many different varied environments, too.
Yeah. The actual mountain
so
environment.
Cool. It shows people hiking, for Christ's sake.
I know, you can just come smashing. I'm going to come smashing through the forest in like a Honda Civic, just mowing down. There's going to be backpacks and death everywhere.
All right, so this is one thing I want to bring up with GTA 5 that I just like hope they do, and I almost don't like thinking about it because it gets my hopes up, and if they don't do it, I might break down and cry.
You're going to jinx it.
We're here for you, bro.
Can I say it, or should I not say it?
You should say
You've already gone this far.
Too late.
All right.
Can't go back.
So maybe people don't agree with me. Maybe this is going to be like lame to people. But since that game can be so much about exploring and being like, what's over here? What's this? Add a skateboard in. As one of your
I could see that.
Oh my God!
They've already got skate parts in the other game.
Yeah, it's like you tell me GTA 5's not powerful enough to just integrate everything from at least Tony Hawk 2.
Just completely envelop Tony Hawk as a series into GTA.
That's true. That's the one. I think that's a cool idea. I really do. Especially, but they already did the bike, in San Andreas, and I don't see why they can't just transfer. Yeah. Figure out the easy, quick physics for it. A lot of people are going to complain because of the skate series and the physics are so amazing. And
and those people should just realize how dumb they're sounding because
they're still going to do it because that's what
seeing like
a
skateboarding aspect wouldn't have to be like a big open free road. Like I'm going to drive up to the mountain and skateboard down this gravel road. Like, I mean, it could be, a fairly big isolated area of a city where it's closed off and you're in mini game mode. I mean, GTA is known to have all sorts of mini games.
Don't mini game mode me, man. Let me do. I mean, that would
How
be
many
cool.
wants to skateboard in the ocean?
No, but I mean, you like Christian was, or like Wacker was saying. Sorry.
I got outed.
I'm just gonna have to edit that out real quick. I'm gonna bleep that whole thing out. But anyways,
let's talk about the religion. Don't worry.
Anyways, even if they just made it kind of crappier physics, you know what I mean? Just let me go around and attempt to do some skateboarding stuff. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I get. I mean,
old Tony Hawk.
I know there's a double kickflip and a triple kickflip, but how many could I do off the roof of the Quest building or something?
Like 348 kickflips, like dude.
To a leg break and pelvis crush.
To a femur through the heart.
Just a disclaimer: when we say the Quest building, that's a Colorado thing. So sorry about that. We are talking about a fictional game here, guys.
Yeah, every skateboard move I do is free fall to death.
So, is there any last things you want to say about the new systems, hopes, expectations,
or Connect stuff?
Do you hope really?
No. That was very sarcasm laden.
Okay. Let's bring this up real quick because we did talk about this pre-show. Xbox dropped the bomb that there's going to be 15 exclusives in the first year, which is huge because a lot of people like me purchased the PS3 just for the exclusives. I can't wait for The Last of Us. It's coming very soon. Anyways, they dropped the bomb. 15 new exclusives. 8 are new franchises. But one thing we don't know if people have really thought about is that maybe 7 out of those 8 or 5 or whatever are going to be Connect-only games,
Connect Sports.
One of the ones that are already franchises is probably just a new Dance Central.
Yeah, Connectimals
that a lot of people like. No offense to them. But yeah, a lot of them could be Connect games. So don't get too stoked for these exclusives. I'm going to say we're probably going to see 5 to 6 maybe playable or decent looking actual exclusive games. Smokey, do you have anything on that?
I think you're probably right. I'm willing to say that probably more than half of them are going to end up being Connect games.
So they're kind of screwing with us a little bit. They're getting
probably they're trying to get your hopes up by using numbers.
Yeah, getting our hopes up. Yep, exactly.
And
you know what? They can do that after the awful conference that I felt they put on today. they can do that. Real quick, let's go around the board and let's get scores from both of the conferences from everyone out of 10. So I will start. This is Whacker. I think I'll give the Sony conference a solid 8 out of 10. And I believe I already gave the Microsoft conference a 3 out of 10.
Ooh.
Low ball.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ow.
It's a little low,
For
but
Microsoft.
I want to hear more about games, damn it. I don't care about
Whacker has whacked.
All right. I guess I'll give my scores next. This is Omni. So the PS3 announcement, I would say, or PS4 announcement. No, dude, PS3. I'm gonna go with PS3.
That was good.
Did you guys hear about the Super NES announcement?
Anyways, the PS4 announcement, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there were multiple times where I found myself kind of excited. I'll change the word kind of to just excited. I'll just take that out. I was excited. Like the share and stuff. So I'd say overall like an 8 out of a 10. And then for Microsoft, I had to hear it secondhand. I didn't get to watch it live, so I basically just heard from the GG team. And from what I've heard, like the biggest thing that upset me is like, once again, I would like to hear about games. You're doing an announcement. I want to hear about games. So,
right.
Just based on what I heard, I would do probably like 6 out of 10.
Okay. Red Sedge?
Yeah. I mean, the PS4 obviously had a lot more wow factor, right? There were a lot more moments of flash and stuff that caught your attention. So yeah, I'd say I'm in the 8 range for the PS4. And I mean, just like you guys, gamers. I mean, it's about the games. Hopefully they've got a lot of stuff ready for E3. Both of them. I mean, Xbox probably has more to lose at this point at E3. They're going to need to, put up some games and show us what they got. I'd probably give it a 5. It was professional. They showed you some specs and stuff, but like you guys, I want to see the games. Show me gameplay. Show me your exclusives. Show me what I'm going to be playing on the console.
If I was buying a home theater system, that's what I would give that an 8, 9
If I needed a Blu-ray player, sure.
There we go. Dozer, what do you got for scores?
For the PS4, there was so many things that literally had me on the edge of my seat with it. The Watch Dogs, the recording, the sharing, the whole social interface that they're integrating into it. I think PS4 just absolutely kicked ass, and I want to say 9.5. PS4, I think they're really going somewhere. It looks leaps and bounds beyond what I've seen with PS3 even, which is a wonderful console. Xbox, they did what they could today. They left us hanging on a lot of aspects, and I've still got tons of questions. Benefit of the doubt, I'll give them at least a 6 on it because I know there's more to come, and despite the negatives, I think that they're going to come through and hopefully give us a lot more positives.
Yep. And what do you got for us, Smokey?
I'm going to have to echo what y'all have been saying on the PlayStation. I'd give it an 8. They had a lot more stuff that I was more excited about and having thought previously about, like the sharing and everything and Watch Dogs and all that, even though it's not an exclusive. But yeah, the social integration and everything just seems great. They seem to really know what they're doing. And being able to, when you start downloading a game, to start playing it like you can do in WoW with everything is awesome. So
we failed to mention that. That is really cool.
Yeah, but for them I'd say an 8. But for the Xbox, I have high hopes for the Xbox because it seems like Microsoft really has a lot to lose, like one of y'all just said. So I'm hoping it'll help pull them out. They're trying to do some social stuff and integrate it into a bunch of, like, I think they said that they're going to make watching movies and exploring on the internet and whatever more social. But what if I don't want to watch Tyler and Tiara socially, So, so yeah, I'd have to go with probably a 6. They could have done more. I have high hopes for them out of E3.
Okay, so basically we're getting a general 8 to 9 out of 10 for the PS4 reveal, and we're getting a 5 on average for the Microsoft One reveal.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yeah.
If they come out with a slim version of the One, is it just going to be the Xbox half?
Is it going to be the 0.5?
I would buy it just for the name.
I would buy a 0.5.
That's fantastic. It better cost half the freaking price.
Yeah, no kidding.
I honestly think it's such a bad name. I might rather buy a Microsoft Durango, as the code name was. So I don't know. I think Infinity was the way to go for that. I don't know what they were thinking. It's just
it made so much sense. Infinity.
I know that.
Yeah.
Infinity says everything as well. So
I'm just so glad they didn't call it the 720. That just didn't make sense.
Right back in the same place.
That was huge backlash.
We redesigned the same one with new paint.
Yeah.
We're gonna close this up here a little bit, but I do want to hear. Let's go around the board and hear what games you guys are playing, and I want to hear one most anticipated game, whether that's in the next week or in the next year and a half or two. So, Omni, how about you go?
What am I playing currently? Ooh,
yeah.
Well, League of Legends. Tend to play that a lot. I just like it. I just like it, man. I just like it.
It's a well done game.
It's just good. It's just good, clean PvP. Yes. So I've been playing that. I actually reactivated my SOTOR account. So I've been playing that a little bit since it went free. We gotta play.
I just installed it.
Really?
Yeah. I think I figured out how I can fix mine too.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yes.
We'll have a full party right here.
Let's throw down.
Oh my god.
I got a Sage. I don't know how far I should go into this. I could go forever. I guess I'll just keep listing. I've also been playing Tropico 4. Real fun. I didn't go with SimCity, the new SimCity. I actually went with Tropico. It's been a lot of fun. And, besides that, just been playing the shooters like Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Just finished up Tomb Raider not too long ago.
What are your final thoughts on Tomb Raider out of 10?
It's rare that a game really pulls me in story-wise and has me watching every cutscene and wondering what's going to happen to this character, and it did that. Yep. So that was really good for me. I like the cinematic aspects of it, so did you ask me to rate it, or did you just say it?
Yeah, give us an out of 10, too.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that. I'd say a 9.
Yep, I'd give it a solid 9, too.
Nice. Yep. It was really, really, really good, and it really. My favorite thing about it was it gave me a premise for how Laura became Laura. So it really just gave some background on her and made you understand even more how she became what she is. So I thought that was really cool.
It was a great kind of prologue to the series.
Exactly.
And they did show us some snippets. I think the game's been out long enough. We can give a few spoilers on it. Near the end of the game, there is a little hint as to how she gets the dual guns and does that in all the rest of the games, because you do not have dual guns in this game until one little scene. So there's some cool stuff about that. Yeah. So what's your most anticipated game in the next however long you want to look forward?
Oh, man. That's just that's not even fair to ask.
It's
really.
GTA 5, you know it is.
Okay, well that's one of them.
GTA 5, Watch Dogs. What do I pick?
I mean, I don't even know if I could give you a solid answer, man.
Try. Give me 2 games if you have to. If you must.
Make me another Mass Effect.
Okay.
I haven't even heard about one, but that would be one.
I did see that on some rumor lists for the Xbox.
They don't have to be announced. Yeah, they don't have to be announced. Yet.
Okay. Well, in that case,
well, don't go overboard here, okay? Fucking no.
Bring back Earthworm Jim. No, okay. So yeah, probably a new Mass Effect. I think would be awesome. I love those games. Or Watch Dogs looked really impressive.
Yeah.
God, dude. I'd say realistically out of the games I've seen that we know are coming out, either Watch Dogs or probably Killzone.
Yeah. Okay. Red Sedge. What are you playing right now?
I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Got a 3DS basically specifically for that game.
Nice. How is it? You like it a lot?
Yeah. I mean, I've liked a lot of their games in the series. It does kind of retread on a lot of the old games, but they have a lot of new stuff in it too. Especially here in America, if you haven't played any of the Japanese ports and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I've sunk tons of hours into that. And then I just wrapped up BioShock Infinite last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say it. Sorry.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
So good.
I'm not as hyped as a lot of people. I mean, it's a great game.
Oh.
I'll say that. It's a great game. It's really plays well. The story was good. I like the first BioShock better. There's just a lot more in the story that I didn't see coming. And maybe I'm just a jaded player at this point, but I kind of saw a lot of BioShock.
The first BioShock was amazing.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, maybe I was just used to their kind of formula. And so then in this one, it didn't hit me as hard.
Did you play it on box?
Yeah, I played it on Xbox. So, okay. But that was really good. Most anticipated game, probably Destiny, just because I'm a Bungie fan. I'm a Halo.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole sort of MMO, aspects of it sound really cool to me.
I'm not even a Halo fan, really, and that looks and sounds pretty amazing. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. Can we change what we said our most anticipated is?
Nope,
we can go back to you. Since you're only one ahead, we can go back to you. What do you have to say?
I mean, it could be that. I mean, Halo. I have the legendary tattoo on my forearm. Like Halo is in my blood. Bungie is in my veins. And so, I mean, seeing them get their independence back and go in the direction that they want to go is exciting because they're a powerful studio.
Yes.
And, yeah.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
And nice. Pokemon X and Y. Sorry. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Of course, Pokemon X and Y. You're all happy. You're happy for that super 3D stuff, aren't you, son? All right, Dozer, what do you got for us? What are you playing right now?
Bouncing around between so many things lately. I always bounce between my shooters, Black Ops 2, Halo 4, Battlefield 3. Unfortunately, moving recently has impeded me from getting the rest of Battlefield 3, which bugs the crap out of me. I need my add-ons. I've got none of the DLC for it yet, and that pisses me off. Right. I've been playing a lot of kid games with my son, being like the father of GG over here. Been playing a bunch of the Lego games with my boy, and Trials HD is a fun one. Me and him like to go back to all the time. We played that a little bit the other day and just had a blast flipping that bike over and over, breaking bones. That's always cool. I think as far as most anticipated game, kind of the stands, I'm looking forward to GTA 5. Definitely want to dive into that and explore for hours. Killzone 4 looks amazing. Destiny looks amazing. On an unreal note, if someone doesn't go on ahead and remake Final Fantasy VII for me at some point with some Advent Children graphics, I'm going to fucking kill someone. I need to play that again with today's technology. That's all there is to it.
I agree.
Squaresoft has got to stop dicking with their fans about it. No other game that they're going to crank out is going to touch. Because that's the rumor I hear is no remake until another Final Fantasy beats it out. And I personally don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, the one that's going to beat it out is the remake.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Or everyone will play it.
Or I see them saving it as Squaresoft's last hoorah for the franchise as a whole.
Yeah. Right before they go bankrupt.
Go bankrupt. Just go bankrupt making that game. I don't give a shit.
The amount of sales you can get from it, though.
You can tell me you're dropping it on PS6 and it costs $3,000. I'm gonna go get 3 more jobs. I'm gonna have that game. Yeah, that's always gonna be my most anticipated game. And I anticipate sitting down and playing my Super Nintendo tomorrow morning over a bowl of cereal, though. So I'm a simple gamer to please.
That's a gamer right there. Smokey, what do you got for us? What are you playing right now, and what are you most anticipating?
Currently, I've been playing a lot of Forza 4 lately because my friends have decided to get into it again. But personally, I've been playing Metro, and it has been a lot of fun.
Metro last night, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm pretty excited about Grand Theft Auto 5. That looks like it's going to be pretty awesome, but I think Watch Dogs has to top my list. Every time I start thinking about it, I get so excited I almost puke. I can't handle it. I gotta play it.
Warning: Watch Dogs may cause nausea.
Oh, I'm so excited! It's everything I've wanted in a game.
Yeah.
The ability to hack and steal people's identities on the fly and control camera system. Oh my god!
Sandbox to the max.
Yeah, it's everything I want to be in real life.
Oh, another game, Beyond.
Beyond that,
yeah.
One if you would let me have my turn, that's one. Oh,
sorry, I forgot. I thought you went first for some reason.
Ruined it.
Oh my god, I feel so terrible.
All right.
Yeah, what do you got, Whacker?
So this is Whacker. Right now, I'm back to playing Counter-Strike. I'm just now getting a Global Offensive. I used to play some Source a little competitively. Had a great time with it. I'm getting really, really into it again. It could be to dangerous levels, fellas, so keep an eye on me. I finally stopped playing it on PS3 because people are so stupid and have no idea how the game works. And I'm like, why are you guys playing competitive mode when you have no idea what you're doing? I don't know if the word just doesn't work. Anyways, that's about it on PC. I'm getting into SWTOR a little bit. I'm not an MMO guy, but these guys could help me out.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as right now, I only have a PS3. I played God of War. I haven't finished it. I've had it for a while.
The new one, Ascension?
Yeah, Ascension. I thought that was my favorite PlayStation series was God of War, and this game I got bored a little bit, and it's just such a rehash. I felt, but it's good. It's a solid game. But not everything was there for me.
Yeah. How about the multiplayer? Did you try any of that?
It's fun, man. If you like melee multiplayer, if you like going hand to hand, it's a cool game. There's a lot of options. It's really much deeper than people think. I think if you own the game or you GameFly it or get it from whatever Redbox or I don't know who does crap anymore, borrow it.
Does crack?
Steal it.
Everyone does crack. What are you talking about? No, but play it. It's great fun.
Cool.
I'm also playing Sleeping Dogs. That just came out for free for PlayStation Plus users. And it's actually really cool. I need to get back into it though, because Counter-Strike again, still pulling me in really deep.
Yeah.
My most anticipated games now I'm gonna have to add are definitely Beyond Two Souls, as Omni said. Don't be sorry. Heavy Rain was amazing. Indigo Prophecy was amazing. I mean, this is storytelling at its finest.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do.
You like Ellen Page?
Love Ellen Page. I just watched her last night. She's freaking adorable, and she's a great little actress. So, yeah. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about Watch Dogs. Obviously, GTA 5 is huge. I might almost be a little more excited for Watch Dogs. Don't kill me.
I'm with you though. I'm a fan of new IPs. Try something new,
Exactly. And one more is, for God's sake, please announce Half-Life 3.
Oh yeah.
I'm obviously a huge Valve fan, and I don't want you idiots working on Dota. I don't even want you working on Counter-Strike. Give me frickin' Half-Life 3. Yeah. That's all I ask for. I know Hidden Path worked on Counter-Strike, so you guys don't gotta yell about that. But it came out under Valve's name, so I don't care. I want Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3, which I doubt is gonna happen. Yeah. So yeah, those are the games that I'm looking forward to. And any last words you guys got to say about gaming?
I wanted to handle something real quick if I could, since our buddy Dr. Bowles couldn't make it here. Yeah. But he was wanting to get on if he had made it home from work in time. But a shout out to our buddy Sean Stanley. We play Xbox Black Ops 2 with him. And he just got invited to New York to play on a national broadcast.
That's right.
Yeah. So mad props to Sean for that. That's going to be awesome. He's hoping to let him bring his boys out there with him and everything. That'll be a really cool experience. So mad props to him for that.
Sweet.
Anybody else?
That's it. Probably, I would say next podcast or something, we should talk GG a little bit.
Yeah,
we definitely
absolutely. Start talking about the website.
Start giving you guys a little insight as to what we are.
So I'm going to end this. GGgamer.com is going to be coming. Sorry for the delays. We've had some issues, but it is coming. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. We're going to start with a beta and then go full-fledged. We will keep you updated on news, so don't worry about that. You can always be on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GGGamerTime.
Check us out on YouTube, GGGamerTube.
Yep. Do we have a Twitter? Is anyone working on Twitter?
We kind of we have it.
The Xbox event earlier, actually.
Oh, okay. So good. We got someone tweeting. Oh. What's our Twitter account?
1 second.
He doesn't even know it. This is fantastic. I'm just kidding.
We apologize, Twitter. You suck.
Twitter followers. Even though you're like the biggest,
just kidding,
biggest
just
market
kidding.
For us. So
tweet
away.
Oh, keep vamping.
Tweet it up.
We are at GG Gamer.
That was really okay. That was difficult.
All right, fantastic. We have a social medium where we actually got our own name.
All right, so from Omni, Rhett Sedge, Dozer, Smokey, and Whacker myself, we want to thank you guys for listening to our very first podcast. We think we're going to call it GGcast. So thanks for showing up, and we'll see you soon, gamers.
GG, everybody.
Waitress.
Must hang up. Wait, should we hang up?